So is Amber the farthest away? Let's just do a geography quiz right now. Amber, you're in Australia, I think, right?
Yes, I am in Northern Australia in the Sunshine Coast.
That is quite far away. Who else is far away? Do we have any other? We've got Pin Ju in Taiwan, right? Are you in Taiwan right now, Pin Ju?
Yes, I'm in Taiwan now.
Wow.
You'll have to turn your volume up, Pin Ju. We can't hear you.
We're in Taiwan now.
Taiwan.
Hey,
Well,
yeah.
nice to see you after all this time.
Yeah.
We have some locals, and then we have some folks across Canada. Who else? Do we have anyone else who's in somewhere exotic?
I'm in New York.
Yeah. Okay, that's pretty good.
That's good. That's great. Yeah. New York.
It's nice to have you join us. Just leave your germs in New York, please.
Colorado is in the house.
Oh, where, Ellen?
Costa Rica is in the house.
Oh,
Costa Rica.
Oh,
Oh, welcome.
yeah.
bienvenidos.
This is the only reason
Thank
we
you.
do this is that we have holidays in various
Yeah.
locations after this.
Yeah.
Hi, Wendy. We've got wonderful little fans in the back of a car. Welcome, Wendy. All right.
Aw.
So because some of you are on your phone and not necessarily driving, I know we won't want to keep you on too long. So we may as well start introducing you about.
Okay.
Introduce the board.
Well, I will. I'll say first, good evening and welcome to the CAT virtual graduation. And we're honored here to have some members from the board of the Peru Global Education and Community Foundation. So we have our president, Crystal, and our secretary, Catherine. That's
Catherine's our treasurer.
our treasurer, Catherine. And those are the only two that are left. We've just had a board meeting since 4 o'clock, so some of them had to leave to go to other duties, but we do have two of these important members from our board. And I'd like to welcome and introduce our directors. This is
Cheryl-Ann.
Cheryl-Ann. They all start with a C. Crystal,
Those darn seats.
Catherine, Cheryl-Ann, who is our newly appointed executive director. And on this side is Michelle, and she is the clinical director of CAT. So welcome also to our students and to their friends and families who are joining us this evening for this wonderful event. Congratulations to our 2020 CAT graduating students. You have worked hard with a great deal of dedication, and you should be so proud of the art therapy skills sets you now have at your disposal, since you are now experts of both in-person and virtual therapeutic formats. Little did I imagine when I graduated as an art therapist in 1993 that I would be here today congratulating the class of 2020 of a virtual art therapy institution whose classes are composed of students from various parts of the globe who have worked together to gain the knowledge that will allow art therapy to grow worldwide. Although art therapy itself is nearing 80 years of age, virtual art therapy is new to the field today. And you have graduated from the first Virtual Art Therapy Institute in Canada. You are now equipped to practice art therapy both locally and globally. You have everything you need, and you can move with deep pride at being clinical art therapy pioneers in your communities. Good luck in all your future endeavors. And I didn't introduce myself. I am the founding director, Lucille Prue.
Mhm. And things have changed a lot since you joined art therapy and the field of art therapy. Lisa.
Oh my goodness, yes. That things are no more what they were. It's like 1993, that was the dark ages. Now we're in the modern world.
Well, and I'd like to introduce more of the people on our screen because we have a whole bunch of our team here before we go on, as well as amazing supporters for our students. So we will go to the small pictures so you can see. We have our enrollment queen and office manager, Hadaya. Give us a wave, Hadaya. And without Hadaya and the whole team, we wouldn't be here for a graduation because we wouldn't have our students enlisted. We have Jay here, and he is our tech master. Hi, Jay. Nice. And now you can see Catherine, who is our treasurer, as Lucille mentioned. Catherine, give us a wave. And we have Crystal, who Lucille mentioned is our president. And the other board members have gone up for the evening. We also have our co-op student, Oksana, with us, and she's been taking minutes for us at our AGM. And we have
Melissa.
Oksana.
We have Melissa.
Yes, and we have Melissa, who is here, and she is our office assistant and everything else that she helps out with. There's too much of a list to even go through. And we have Bian here, who runs all the information and the technology in the background with those magic box. So we're familiar with being a virtual school. We've been virtual for a number of years now, but it is our first fully virtual graduation.
Mm-hmm.
So without further ado, we'd like to take the opportunity to recognize each student, and our tech support will bring that student into the main picture so that you can all see and get to hear what we have to say, starting with Amber Clements. Bring Amber in. Amber, the Sunshine Coast. So spotlight. Not
Hello, everyone.
Hello. So I want to say a few words about Amber because I met Amber back in 2017 when I went to Thailand and you were a student there, Amber. From the moment I met you, I knew you were going to be a phenomenal art therapist. I was so taken by your enthusiasm, not just for art therapy, but all things healing for people, the various modalities you're interested in, have explored in, and more than anything, your absolute determination to make this world a better place. In the time that you've been a student at RCAT, which is our sister school in Thailand, and all the places you've been to and the work that you've done. And then we were so grateful to have you transfer to CAT just to complete your research and your thesis and your final practicum stages with you. So we really feel that not only have you lived in Thailand and gone back to Australia and been part of the CAT school, a true global student, but you've excelled in everything you've done for us. And as Michelle will say, what a pleasure having you do your research and thesis with us to graduate.
And Amber, I didn't get to know you very well, unfortunately, but I had the honor of being part of your thesis, which was extremely important, the topic, and very touching. It's now part of our library, so future students will get to meet you through reading your thesis. And and also my fondness for Thailand, having been there, taught there, knowing that you're a multicultural gal, having traversed the different countries. So you've got a lot to bring to your clients, and just wishing you well and hoping that your time in Australia is really meaningful for you.
Mm-hmm. And Jay will bring up your diploma for us, if you can unspotlight me.
Thank you. Both, thank you. I love the words. I'm very touched.
Oh,
Hooray!
of course not.
Yay!
Been a journey.
And Amber, you can take that down now. And Amber, Michelle has been, while we were all busy organizing the AGM, Michelle found it compelling to actually create a piece of artwork for you. So this is by Michelle, and we have a plant for you that we would, if we could, send to you, but we're not allowed to.
Thank you. Well, I hope you plant it somewhere beautiful.
Well, thankfully we're on the West Coast, so the plant
It will live.
the-
As long as I take it and Cheryl-Ann doesn't, your plant is good.
And I'll take my shares.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, Lucille.
Cheryl-Ann, Lucille and I can keep the plants alive, all of you who we can't mail.
So rest assured that we will mail you your diploma, of course, your transcript,
thank
your
you.
up, but not your flower. So
That's
congratulations.
okay. I will live. Thank you all so much. I don't know if I can say something.
Yes,
thank
of
you
course,
so
we'd
much.
like to.
I'm extremely grateful for the opportunity to graduate with CAT and work with you all in various ways. And it's just been such an amazing journey to becoming an art therapist. I've grown a lot as a person, and just had the opportunity to discover things that I never would have if I didn't go down this path. And I'm just so grateful to have met you all, including some of the people here that are watching. So thank you all very, very much. And I hope we can all keep in touch. That's my wish going forward. And Lucille, thank you very much for your mentorship, especially. It was amazing to meet you in Thailand and to work with you as a supervisor. I learned huge amounts from you. And for Cheryl-Ann, for your incredible support. You were the one that got me through this course, so thank you. Yeah.
You're most welcome. Thank you. So our tech support is just working on switching cameras.
Whenever you talk, it goes by.
Yeah, put it into gallery.
Meanwhile, enjoy the scenery.
Yes, exactly.
How hot is it?
Yeah.
Are you
Cold
30?
for me. It's cold for me because I'm used to about 35 degrees Celsius and a lot of humidity, but here it's about 20. So it's probably hot for you Canadians though.
Yeah, that would be very, very pleasant.
Well, for our West Coast Canadians, it's hot. The East Coasters, they're used to it.
Hadaya would love it.
Okay, well, because we don't want to keep the fan club waiting, but we do hope you'll be able to stay on after you're hearing Tehani's graduation too. But we would like to bring Tehani to the stage now, please. There you go. Hi, Tehani. Hello. You should see it from our perspective. You're larger than life on the screen here.
Great.
Everything's projected. But I think that's a good lead in. You really are larger than life. And I was so blessed to finally meet you in person, October 2019 at the CATA conference. And it was so interesting to meet you in person and discover you are the same person I've been talking to every week on camera. And what a blessing. You are a true, authentic person on screen and off. It's been a real pleasure to watch you bloom and grow and to really add to the support you give to the other CAT students, your classmates, and to the field of art therapy. But I've been told not to say too much because Michelle has a lot to say.
And Tehani, I feel like I have met you, even though we haven't met in person. I'm sure we will, because it's actually not that far if this pandemic would pass. You're always welcome here in Victoria. I feel like you were a real leader with our students, and in classes it was always really important that you gave your insights and your experiences, and I really felt that leadership carried on in the clinic as well. Tehani has been a very active therapist in our new clinic and has helped us tweak things along the way, and probably just numerically speaking, you're seeing more clients than most of the other students and doing a really great job. It's sort of like I can feel that things are handled, you know, and that no news is good news with Tehani, and that you know also how to reach out when you need help. And it's been just really great to know you and work with you, and I hope it continues. So.
And it's very exciting for those folks who don't know, Tehani did not take a breath. She jumped straight into working towards her registration. So congratulations on that as well. You're already taking steps. Okay. So Jay, if you could bring up her diploma certificate. Ta-da! The real one looks even sparklier.
It does, and the gold really looks gold.
Yes. And Tehani, as with everybody else.
You have to move them.
Oh, I have to move. Apparently, I'm in the way of the artwork. Oh, cancel. Again, gallery view.
This is what came out when I was thinking about you, and we were speaking about you, and yeah, that's you for me and us.
I'm not sure we switched it. So congratulations, Tehani, and you have so many people here to support you.
That's great.
It's been very exciting. And if you'd like to say anything, we'd like to hear from you.
And if Costa Ricans would like to invite us all down for a live graduation when that's possible, we will come.
Well, I second everything that Amber has said. I just have found, well, I chose CAT because they seem like such a family and not just a school, but I found so much quality education within CAT, and then so much personal support, so much growth and development, so much connection, and both in knowing Cheryl-Ann at first, and then Michelle, and then Lucille, and to really learn so much from each of you. You guys all bring such a wealth of experience and knowledge and support. There's never been a time where I've, not felt welcomed to approach any of you and to talk and to suss out problems and to just connect. So it's been really nice to meet you guys in person. Lucille as well at the CATA conference in person. That was so much fun. Have dinners with you guys, and yeah, one day I will make it to Victoria.
Great.
It's been great.
Yeah, well, you won't have to fly.
Exactly. I'll try.
And because Tehani has a fan club here, if anybody would like to add a couple of words, please just stick your hand up and let us know before we move on to our next graduate.
And I'd also like to thank my fan club for showing up and being so supportive. I have so many amazing supportive people in my life, and that I really, really wouldn't be here without them, from like everywhere in the States and Canada and Costa Rica. And so thank you guys for showing up.
Yeah, and I see that Galaxy Notebook would like to say something. So just unmute Galaxy and we'd like to hear from you.
All right, Galaxy is me. I have to keep my face mask on because I'm in the store. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear?
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so sorry about that. I'm trying to get away from my children, but they keep following me. So just wanted to say that I am so proud of Tehani. She is just such an amazing person. She, like you said, she is a wonderful leader, and I mean, I couldn't be as proud of anyone as I am of her at this moment. And so, T, proud of you. Keep doing it. I didn't even know there was such a thing called clinical art therapy, but learned something today, and I'm really excited. Can't wait for you to share with me what this thing is all about. And you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you. Yeah. And for those of you who don't know what the Clinical Art Therapy Diploma is all about, just all you do need to know for this purpose is a 2 to 3 year journey that all of these graduates have been on. So it's not just a walk in the park, though. They've worked really hard. Then we will move on to our next graduate, which is Kaitlin. So we're going to make Kaitlin bigger.
You made it to a Wi-Fi connection, Kaitlin.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, about 15 minutes before it was starting, the power went out, and
that's
all of
stressful.
Saanich. I don't know if all of Saanich, but yeah. So I'm in the role.
Well, I guess that's a good representation of your journey with us and our other school as well, Kaitlin. There's been some hurdles, there's been some bumps, and you've always managed to work through them, to face them, and to manage them. So that's very good. I mean, it's been quite interesting because I was the one to bring Kaitlin on. It's a funny story about cat sitting that we won't go into, and we'll leave the rest to the imagination. I don't even have a cat. But we interviewed Kaitlin to come and work for CAT in 2017, and we threw her in the deep end big time because it was a live presentation that we were doing. And to find out what the interview would be like, she just had to start using a video camera, moving tables, and start to assist in art therapy training. It soon became clear that she would make an excellent art therapist, and she's taken the steps both here and in Thailand as part of our sister school and of course of CAT. And we're really proud of you, Kaitlin, for everything that you've done to get to this point.
Yeah, Kaitlin and I'm glad you're in Victoria. We're going to see more of you after this pandemic, but I think your art and your aesthetic is something that I've very much valued, and your willingness to dive in with keeping the art central in the process, I really value. I also loved that you were so playful and creative with the filmmaking, and always able to just, you know, jump in front of the camera, even though it wasn't necessarily your favorite thing to do. We kind of learned, we all learned together, like, how are we going to do this? And that was really just part of your personality, you know, that creative, spirited, flexible, playful, really great to have. And that will pass on to your clients and always be part of your offering to them. So congrats.
Don't stop arting it out. And they will bring up your diploma, and we'll, of course, we'll hand deliver yours as soon as, maybe wearing masks, but we'll hand deliver yours. Ta-da!
She can get her plant.
Oh yeah, you actually get your plant, Kaitlin. Yay!
Here is your.
So Kaitlin, I really thought of the blues and the greens for you, even though the orange plant is the one that stood out. So I think it's just all that colorfulness here and spontaneity.
Spontaneous art piece.
Thank you.
Made at the hands of a clinical director.
Wow.
So feel free, like your video now, so that you can say a few words.
Is that your mom?
Yeah, this is my mom. And my dad is here too.
I thought you looked a lot like her.
Hi.
And my brother back there.
Hey, brother.
Yeah.
Brother.
Yeah, it's been quite a journey working with CAT and doing art therapy, and I'm super grateful for the path that has opened up for me, and it's been a really wild and fun ride, and I am really excited to see kind of where things go, and I thank the three of you and Bien there as well. You've made a huge impact on my life, and it's been really important knowing you. So I thank you. I have a lot of gratitude.
Oh, thank you. And Lucille just mentioned, where's River? Because of course, River, our WAC director, Standard Poodle, she really wanted to be here, but as we have so many cameras around the room, she's out on a hike. So, but you will get River graduation kisses at some point.
I can't wait. I miss her.
Oh, thank you. And is any of Kaitlin's fan club want to say anything?
I just wanted to say how proud we are of Kaitlin. She has worked really hard towards this, and I think she's found her niche with it. She's excited about her future, and we are too, and we really appreciate all the help and support and guidance that you've given her throughout this process. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah. Congratulations, Kaitlin.
Thank you.
Cancel the spotlight. We still have to cancel the spotlight.
So we got a Pin Ju.
Yeah, we're just making sure we're on the right person. So we're going to move on to Pin Ju. And there she is. One more over. There we are. Hello, Pin Ju. We didn't check the time zone.
What time is it for you right now?
It's about 8 a.m. in the morning.
Okay.
Oh, not so bad.
No,
Not so bad. It's like coming
just
to
another
class.
cup of coffee and you'll be all right.
Yeah.
Well, Pin Ju, you were a student before I even joined CAT, so I felt like I know you from, of course, an administration perspective, but also as a fellow student. And it was, you still inspire me. I have to tell you, every time I use the black paper that you scrape through, and Hadiah just bought me some for my birthday, you're with me each time, because that activity struck me so much when you work with groups and how you can engage a group, and especially with the groups that you've been working with, that in a country like yours is very difficult to work with, taking such risks and societal. I'm so very proud of you. And every time I use that blank paper, I think of you saying it's about carving through the darkness and seeing the surprises underneath. And it absolutely is. This journey that with you, watching you grow as an art therapist, has been truly carving through any kind of darkness or distance, and being able to see you glow in such beautiful ways.
And Pin Ju, I taught you in Japan, and it was really a pleasure to have you in my class, truly, in Japan. And for those of you who haven't been, it's generally a very homogenous group of students, so 10 to 12 Japanese students, and they're very much very socially connected with each other. And it was unusual to have a non-Japanese student in the class, and Pin Ju was so graceful and so easy with herself and easy with the others and with me, and she really fit in so incredibly well and brought a lot of education to the Japanese students about her own country, but also about customs and how not everything is Japanese, to be kind of honest. I had been trying to tell them, but it actually was more influential when it came from Pin Ju. So I have very fond memories of that time, Pin Ju, and I knew from then, even though your studies weren't over, that you were going to make a great art therapist, and that you have been very creative in your work, and you were doing online work before we opened the clinic. So before any of our other students were doing online art therapy, you were doing it. So yeah, I miss you, and I'm hoping that I get to see you in the flesh at some point again in the future. And I know you're going to do a really good job. So congrats.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
And Jay will show you your diploma, and we will mail it to you. I know when you first asked, we had to say no because of it was difficult during the peak of COVID, but we are able to mail that out to you soon with your wonderful piece of artwork. And Pin Ju, this is yours over here. Oh, we'll move over.
And we went with the pink Kalanchoe flowers with the gold, blue, and pink piece that I made with you in mind.
I'm envious that you all get a piece of Michelle Winkle originals. So congratulations, Pin Ju. I know that you don't have a fan club with you here right now, but if you'd like to say any words, we'd love to hear from you.
Thank you, everyone. It's a really pleasure to have this journey with everybody here, and also many people that is not around. We meet in Thailand, in Japan, in online, everywhere, all global. So I really miss everybody. It has been a long time since our last course. Yeah. So it's quite difficult to pass through all this challenge, but I got really pleasure time and enjoy everything with everybody. Yeah. And I would like to thank to my family who supports me a lot, and especially for my husband here.
Yes, your new husband.
My husband
Hi,
here
hubby.
is our
Yeah.
Hello.
Hubby, we feel like we've met.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, we feel like we have met hubby because a couple of times he would show up behind.
and my background. Yeah.
Well, I'm assuming
Without
it's the
his
same one.
support, yeah, I couldn't do this. Yeah. And I'm looking forward to see everybody around the global after we all cover from the serious problems that happen in front of us now. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to join us, and congratulations on becoming a professional art therapist.
Is there anything?
I'm really looking
Yep,
forward
we've
to
got-
the journey. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, and we're always here for you. All right, we're going to switch now. The exciting part of Yara being, we got to know you personally from the start, from the moment you walked into this space and did your interview, bringing your son along. And I remember you being so apologetic about having to bring your son, but for us, it was a really good blessing because we did get to see you on one of those roles of the many roles you play in your life. And what a amazingly strong person you are to face all the things you've had to go through, from moving to a new place. In fact, you've moved a couple of times since we've known you, to take on so much education, to start a business, and all the amazing things that you already do. From a student perspective, though, you have excelled in your studies. Of course, we have learnt from you, as have all your classmates, because of your background as well. So you really brought that more traditional medical background into CAT, and then we helped by adding that layer of spontaneity and of the art therapy and the processes that, and there was a time where I wasn't quite sure how well those two things would mix, but just like the painting shows, they blended so well together, and you really have come to where you are now, and quite quickly as well. It hasn't taken you very long at all. You've been a great supporter to Lucille.
Yes.
Did you want to say a couple of words about her coming to do the training with you?
Well, yes, that was one of my highlights, was having you come to do that training at the Brador School. And you know, that was quite an experience for both of us.
Yes.
I think for the students as well. And that you just jumped in and took over. That was so nice, because after doing it for 2 classes, I was kind of running out of energy. And I was so happy that you just jumped in and managed to go along with it.
And then you jumped into the most difficult population at Ledger and supported Dawn, helping the teens with their very difficult issues, the inpatient psych situation there at Ledger, for those of you who don't know. And that I would always feel really confident referring families to you, Yara, because of your ability to assess what's going on with them and have a real keen insight into what's happening with them, and to be able to work with some very challenging behaviors. And that I know that your business working with special needs kiddos and their families is going to be very successful and very needed in our community, in many communities, but in ours, ours is no exception. So we hope you keep in touch, and we know you're going to be a great success and contribution to the community.
And did you get to see your beautiful creation? I'm not sure where we got cut off. So
here is the piece that I made for you, Yara,
She didn't see her
and I'll
diploma.
send the original to you.
She didn't see
And
her
it's got
diploma.
some waves of sort of flight coming here. So I see you kind of taking off and flying with the strong base and the yellow flowers.
Yeah.
Thank you. You could actually plant in your new place.
Yes, and Jay, if it's still easy to do so, if you can share Yara's diploma, but otherwise that's another one we'll be able to hand deliver too.
Wow, thank you. Thank you.
And Yara, if you'd like to say a few words in closing. then please feel free to do so.
Yeah, sure. I would like to say great thank you for everyone for this amazing time that I spent with you together, because it was really interesting way, like how things changed in my life and how I met a family. And I can say that because at first I was hesitating whether I'm gonna choose the school in Victoria or maybe in Vancouver, and I was not too sure, but I know now that I did great and I made the right choice. And so I'm so thankful that I met all the people who gave me a great support, and I really feel as a family member here. I feel connected, rooted, and with all my previous experience, and I'm looking forward into new achievements and cooperation with CAT family. Thank you so much for everything, and thank you everyone.
You're most welcome, and congratulations to all of our graduates. Can you take us back to the main screen?
Yeah, because there are more congratulations, although this was the end of the graduation.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there are more congratulations are needed here, because we just found out this morning that Cheryl-Ann has received her CATA registration. So she is now able to use the letters RCAT after her name. And this gives me the opportunity to encourage all of our new graduate students to become professional members of CATA now, so that once you have completed your registration status, you will be able to become the future art therapy instructors for CAT and supervisors.